PYXERA Global is an organization that's focused on purposeful global engagement. And what we mean by purposeful global engagement is something very distinctive from what would normally be called the international development field. And the reason we make this distinction is because development is something that you do to someone or something, where engagement is something you do with someone or something. And we really believe in this concept of engagement, that all partners are at the table, that they're actively participating, and that everyone's benefiting from the process. This idea of collaboration is absolutely critical to the work we do. We bring together the public, private, and social sectors to address complex global challenges. That bringing together of the different sectors is in and of itself a complex global challenge. Partnerships are really difficult, but we also know that the social impact is much greater when you're able to bring the different parties to the table, have all of their voices heard, have their needs built into the design of a program, and ensure that they're all walking away feeling like they have benefited from participation. Well, we've been working on these global pro bono programs with corporations for the past 5 to 6 years, but we have been fielding skills-based volunteers to drive business value for 25 years. We've been around since 1990. So we had development programs in emerging economies, first in, as I said, Eastern Europe and the former Soviet Union, but then across the globe, where we used skills-based volunteers where it was appropriate. So they took a leave of absence from their job to go and work for a month in Bulgaria with a tourism business, for instance. Today, it's very different because these corporate programs, these corporate pro bono programs, are an investment on the part of the corporations where they've said this is of strategic business value. We are footing the cost, we the corporation are footing the cost of putting our top talent in the field. We see this as an advantage to the company, but at the same time, we want this to deliver social value. So it's a very big difference having it be sort of donor-driven versus very tied to the strategic business interests of a company. And from my perspective, that's a good thing, because that means that this kind of work is sustainable. These companies are going to keep doing it if they see business value out of it in addition to social value. First of all, it's an excellent leadership development program, taking people out of their comfort zone, sending them to locations in Ghana, in India, in South Africa, in Brazil, sending them to work with organizations that are very different from their home companies, that are much smaller for sure, that have different types of constraints and problems than what they're dealing with on a daily basis, and having them think through how to use their knowledge and skills to assist those organizations, those companies, those governments in different ways, I think expands their problem-solving skills, expands their ability to learn in any environment. So we say about these programs, you learn how to work anywhere. So there are a number of challenges. First of all, is you have to have buy-in at the highest level of a company, because the program generally crosses so many different divisions of the company. They're pulling people from different areas of the company. While corporate citizenship may lead the way, or HR may lead the way because it's about talent development, certainly the other areas have to be bought in. Lots of companies use this also as a form of R&D and sort of opening their top talents' eyes to what the products and services they might offer in a market in the future are. So you want to have your design people involved. So I talked earlier about partnerships being complicated. Well, there's partnerships, public, private, social sector, but there's also the partnerships that have to happen within the corporation for a program to be successful.